wake up and think, oh, it's gonna be a good day. I felt that way today, and I just know it's gonna be a great day. We've got so much going on here at KCC. It's exciting. We've got Kyle here today. Woo! Welcome. We're glad you're here, Kyle. Kyle is one of our kiddos, and he works hard every month at the memory verse. So, Kyle, real quick, do you know this month's memory verse already?
Yes.
I love to hear it because this month, when you memorize your memory verse, you actually get to come to a game night we're having. So Friday, January 29th, 5:30 to 8:30, we're gonna have a blast. So can't wait to see you there, Kyle. And some of you I know are working hard on it at home. So if you have learned your verse, have your mom video you saying it, send it to me. That's an invite waiting to happen. I can't wait. So, hey, this month we're learning about responsibility. That's a big fancy word. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. So, Kyle, maybe do you ever have to do some responsibilities or chores at home?
Yeah.
Yes. So I bet when you were 3, your mom didn't say, Kyle, I need you to unload the dishwasher because, oh my goodness, there would be broken glass all over the floor, right? Do you still break glass when you unload the dishwasher?
I'll never tell.
Maybe on occasion, right? I still drop a plate as an adult, but as you get older, you start to have more responsibilities. And so we're gonna unpack that some more today, and I'm really excited. First, we have a super fun game to get to. It's called Bug Memory. What does that mean? Does it mean that you remember that bug that was in the shower the other day and you're worried about it and so you're walking on cup shells? No, that's not what this is. Below the cups are bugs. Ew, they're fake, so I'm okay with them. Grasshopper or cricket, whatever that is. Anyway, lots of fun bugs are hiding. You will have 1 minute to find as many bug matches as you can. So you'll get to lift 2 cups. If you find a match, keep going. If you don't, next person's turn. Everybody got it? Play along at home. Help cheer these guys on. 1 minute, go.
Dragonfly.
Okay, your turn. Spider. A match. Another spider. Oh, and a dragonfly.
Spider.
Where's the other one?
Dragonfly.
Oh. Dragonfly, dragonfly. Keep going, Byron. Okay.
Cricket.
And where's the other one?
Cricket.
You did it. Keep going.
Yellow ant. Oh.
Keep going, keep going. All right.
Spider and red ant.
Oh, so close. You guys did an awesome job. You know what else is awesome? Worship. Let's go there now.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me. I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me. I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. Yeah. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart. Oh, I will trust you with my heart.
I love it. We can absolutely trust God with our heart. You know, we've got a great story coming up, and I'm really excited about it. In fact, so much that I'm just like bubbling over with joy. And we're going to hit rewind for a quick minute and go back to our vacation Bible school music this summer. And we're going to sing this awesome song. And so I hope you remember it. I know Miss Stacy had to do a refresher, but I can't wait to sing it with you guys. Let's join together in worship now. Hit it, AJ.
I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. Come sunshine or rain, when things don't go my way, still my joy can stay. 'Cause you give me blessings every day. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. You fill my heart with hope. You're everywhere I go. So even if I'm feeling low, I still got this one thing, this I know. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. Every new sunrise gonna fix my eyes on the one who never fails. I'm gonna make some noise 'cause you give me joy, and it's never ever going away. Every new sunrise gonna fix my eyes on the one who never fails. I'm gonna make some noise 'cause you give me joy, and it's never ever going away. Whoa,
I've got joy and I've got a Bible story for you now. Here we go.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story.
Hey friends, so today I want to share a really important Bible story, and it's one that'll really help us with a rule for life. It's about a man named Solomon, King Solomon. If we want to live in a responsible way, Solomon told us a great way to do it. Solomon was young when he first became ruler of Israel after his father, David. We all remember King David, right? Well, one night, God spoke to Solomon in a dream. He told Solomon to ask for anything he wanted. Solomon could have had riches or to live a long life, but Solomon asked for wisdom. Sure enough, God gave him wisdom. And Solomon became known as one of the wisest people who ever lived. He shared many wise sayings that are collected in the book of Proverbs in our Bibles. So friends, if we're looking at our Bible, and remember I've taught you that trick, if you open it to about the middle, you usually get Psalms. That's King David's writings. After that is Proverbs, and that's from King Solomon. So, to help you understand what Solomon said in one of his Proverbs, I've brought along a very special friend. Some of you might have met him before. He might have even visited your kitchen once or twice and maybe helped himself to something sweet you had lying around. I don't know if that's typical of this person. Some would say so. So I'd like to welcome Antonio, the Ant-Man, Kyle Memley. But today he will be Antonio. Got it?
Got it.
New name, I love it. All right. Well, I first met Antonio while he was carrying a gigantic piece of apple. It was as big as a car. Antonio, will you help me teach these kids about one of Solomon's proverbs?
Is it the one about the ant?
Spoiler alert! Totally fine though, right? Totally fine.
Sorry.
This proverb explains why it's important for us to work hard. Listen to this. It says in Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 to 8, your people who don't want to work, think about the ant. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander. It has no leader or ruler, but it stores up its food in summer. It gathers its food at harvest time.
Well, that was very nice of you to say.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Ants do work hard. Have any of you ever seen an anthill before? Like maybe in your yard or at a park? I know I have. Have you seen one?
I live in it.
That's right. And that's where your favorite Uncle Anthony lives, right?
Yeah, I visit him sometimes.
Yeah. Well, if you watch an anthill, you'll see that the ants are always hard at work. They're always coming and going from their home. All summer long, they go out, collect food, and bring it back to their hill to store for winter. And remember, no one tells them to collect food. Can you imagine that? They don't even have a mama ant to tell them, go out and get food and come back before dinner time. How do they know? Ants don't have a boss or a teacher or a coach giving them a set of rules. They work hard because it's how they're made. If ants were lazy, they wouldn't survive. Well, look at who's coming.
I'm here. Sorry I'm late, everyone.
Wait, who are you?
The slug from the Bible?
I don't remember a slug in that proverb. Oh, wait. Some versions of that passage talk about a sluggard. Oh, I love to say it that way. Like, go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. That's Proverbs 6:6. A sluggard is someone who doesn't work hard. Solomon was comparing the ant who works hard to a lazy person. Not that you're really very lazy. He wasn't talking about an actual slug.
Well, I'm here now.
Anyway, as I was saying, Solomon was comparing people who work hard to people who are lazy. He was saying that we can learn a lot from people or ants who work hard.
That sounds horrible. I'd rather be in the shade or under a rock.
While you're both here, could I give you a few scenarios? And maybe we can see how you would both respond.
Of course, how can I help?
Oh, I should have stayed in bed.
Scenario number 1. Your mom asks you to clean your room. What do?
Well, as an ant, I don't have a room, and I don't have a house like people do either. But if I did, I think I'd start by taking any dirty dishes I had to the kitchen. I wouldn't want to attract any bugs, after all. Then I'd put away all my dirty clothes in the laundry basket instead of just leaving them all over the floor. My toys would go on the shelves where they belong. I'd vacuum the floor. Oh, and I made sure my bed was made.
Wow. Sounds like you're really working hard to obey your mom. Anything else?
If I had time, I'd clean the bathroom too. Mom didn't ask. I'm sure she would appreciate it.
Wow. What about you, Slug?
Question. If I clean my room, what do I get out of it? What's in it for me?
Well, I don't think that's really the point.
Do I get more screen time or more allowance?
Your mom didn't say.
Well, to be honest, I'd probably push everything under my bed or whatever didn't fit, I'd hide in my closet, and then I'd eat cookies in my bed.
Your method of cleaning doesn't really sound clean at all.
Potato. Next.
Okay, scenario number 2. Your math teacher encourages you to complete a worksheet on your own at home. What do?
I'd start on the worksheet as soon as I got home, before I even played Animal Crossing. I'd show my work and write out how I got the answers. I'd ask my friends if they need any help.
Question. Instead of helping me with my homework, could you just do it for me?
I don't think you learn very much from that.
Question. If I do the worksheet, will I get extra points?
Your teacher didn't say, so what would you do?
I'd probably lay around all night like this. Then, the next morning, I'd give my best guess with the answers on the worksheet. Maybe.
All right, last scenario. Your small group leader asks everyone to help set up chairs for an event that's going to be super fun. Maybe later that day. What do?
Oh, fun! I'm really good at moving things. I would move chairs and ask if there was anything else we could do to prepare for the event.
Question. Are the chairs actually feather pillows?
No, they're normal chairs.
Yeah, then moving things is kind of out of my forte. I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Oh, Slug. Consider, my friends, the ant and the slug. Who's the harder worker? That's right, the ant. Just like Solomon wrote in his proverb, Antonio doesn't need a reward for working hard. The ant does the hard work just because. The slug, on the other hand, everyone, let's give them a big hand, though. They were a lot of fun, and they did a great job helping us with this story. Well, just like the ant, we can choose to work hard and do our best. That's a great way to be responsible. We should work hard to keep our rooms clean and help around the house. We can work hard at listening to our teachers, doing our best on assignments, and obeying the rules of the classroom. We can work hard at being a good friend, helping others, and showing God's love every day. God has given us everything we need to be responsible. We can do that by working hard. That's what we need to remember today. It's a great rule for life. Work hard. That's it. That's our bottom line for today. That's simple. Work hard. Be like an ant, not a slug. So let's pray and ask God to help us. God, we just thank you so much. We thank you that Solomon asked for wisdom. And Lord, we saw that you are the giver of all good things. And you gave Solomon this beautiful story, Lord. Silly as it may seem, an ant and a sluggard, yet we can learn so much for them. Lord, help us to be like ants who are busy with our time and resources, helping prepare and share with others. Lord, help us to fight the laziness that comes. It's wintertime and it's cold and we don't really feel like doing a lot, but help us, Lord, to work hard and to bring you honor and glory in all that we say and do. We love you and we thank you so much. Help us to work hard like ants, and it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So cool, right? God created us in his image, so God must be a pretty hard worker too, right? He worked for 6 days creating the earth, and then he rested. And I'm so glad that today is our day of rest and worship. I loved all that worship music. Oh, that new song, I'm loving it, right? We can trust him with all of our heart. I love that. I love it, love it. And even more, I love this story because it's a good reminder, right? It's so easy. It's like Christmas cookies just drench into the new year, right? And we just want to have a cup of hot cocoa and cookies and be lazy and watch movies and play video games. But really there's so much we could be doing, right? We could help clean up Christmas, and we could help our neighbor and the leaves and the whatever it is. There's so much that we can do. So remember, work hard. God's given us the responsibility to do that. And I know, even though you played the slug, Alex really is no slug at all. He's a hard worker, and I'm glad to have him here with us. And Kyle, it was super fun to have you here today. I'm so glad you tuned in today, and I cannot wait. Don't forget, we're back in person live, and work on that memory verse, right? Luke 16:10. Anyone who can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Work hard on that, and I hope to see you at game night. Stay tuned for activities. I loved that Bible story, and I have to say, quick costume change, right? No more the sluggard, now Mr. Alex the helper.
I'm back.
You must have really worn off on him, Kyle. Made him really want to be an ant and work hard. So I love it.
Yep.
We're going to have a ton of fun now. Are you guys ready for this?
Super ready.
More than all me.
Good. Well, so the first thing we have is a really fun kind of hide and seek game. So you guys don't know it, but in a secret location, I have hidden some items from you. And on those items, there's questions taped. So after we're done hiding, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna go through some review stuff. It's gonna be awesome. So, hey, if you're tuning in with us at home, what you can do is just grab a few items from your pantry. This is a great time, right? At New Year, so that cake mix that you were gonna make, that delicious peppermint, don't do it. You'll thank me for it later. Just grab it and hide it. It'll be super fun. Just remember where you hide it, though, somebody. And we've got some really fun questions that will help us review the story. So, are you guys ready to hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna give each of you a bag. You each get to find 3 items for a total of 6. Are you ready?
Ready.
Set, let's hunt. Welcome back. Wow. You guys are awesome hunters.
Took a lot of work.
I know, you're kind of sweaty.
Took like 15 minutes.
Oh man. And I tell you what, you had a real workout as the ant today. You were working hard all day and now hunting for more food. Well, let's see what you guys found. On each of these items, there's a question. Oh, I love it. Unicorn frosting. Look at all those fun sprinkles.
I know.
What does it say? It says, what did Solomon ask God for? Do you guys remember? Solomon could have asked God for anything. He could have asked him, well, maybe I shouldn't tell you what he could have. Do you remember? What did he ask God for? It wasn't the keys to the mansion. Solomon wanted wisdom.
Wisdom.
That's right. We all want wisdom, right? Yes. And I'm so glad that that's what Solomon asked for. That was a good thing. Kyle, what one do you have?
Cake mix.
Cake mix. What can we learn from the ants? Well, I think we learn not to store sticky sweet food in the summer where they can get to it, right?
Actually do that.
Well, so you can see the ants, right? We learned from the ants today, though, to work hard, right? Those ants, they are crazy good at storing their food. So that was a good one. All right, Alex, show us what next you found. What is the book of the Bible that holds many of Solomon's wise sayings? Ooh. So I'll give you a hint. If you open your Bible to the very middle, you get to what?
Psalms.
Psalms. And just after Psalms is that book of wisdom that Solomon wrote. Do you know what book comes after Psalms?
Proverbs.
There you go. Proverbs. That's where we get all of our wisdom from. So good job. All right, next item.
Water.
What was the name of the ruler in our Bible story today? That young ruler of Israel. Do you remember his name? Thinking back, he happened to be really wise enough to
David?
write. Close. David's son was Solomon. That's who was in our story today. Good job. All right, next.
Last up, we've got some juice.
Oh boy. What insects did we talk about today? Do you remember?
Ants.
Ants and...
The slug.
Is a slug an insect?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's slimy.
It's disgusting. If you've ever seen a real one, I had never, and one night, not that long ago, I went and I was turning off the light outside in my backyard, and I looked, and by Daphne, my dog's food, there was the biggest slug I had ever seen. Mark was already asleep. I had to go wake him up because I thought, that's horrible. And what if it gets to Daphne's food? So gone with the slugs. I don't know how it got there, but it was not welcome. All right, Kyle, let's see what the last thing you found was. Ooh, some spicy jalapenos. All right, let's read that question. Can you read it? I'm sorry, Miss Stacy. Okay. Oh, how do the ants work hard? How do they do it? Do you remember what they do? In the summertime, they grab all the food and they store it. And that's what they're so busy doing, right? Just working hard like Mr. Kyle did in our story today. Working hard to store their food. So that was a lot of fun. Great job hunting for food. Now, you know, you found this food, and so it's kind of like what we learned about last week, right? When you were the rich farmer and you had all this food, what did you do with it?
Built a bigger barn.
Built a bigger barn. You didn't share it.
Didn't share it.
But we learned that we can share what we have. So just a suggestion, but after your family hunts for food, I recommend putting it in a bag and donating it. Right now, CAPS could really use food. They get kind of inundated at the holidays, but it quickly gets dispersed out. And often these times are the ones that we really need to love on them the most. So will you just fill up a bag of food and give that to a food bank? And if you're not near CAPS, there's many other options. So I invite you to do that. All right, you guys are wondering, here, let's just make way because we've got a board game to play. Woohoo!
Love board games.
Right, me too. This is a really awesome board game. So this is one that Miss Stacy made, but it's not that I got lazy or ran out of time. I left room for you guys to add in. And so we're just gonna show you, you can make this at home. This is actually just a poster board, like from the Dollar Tree, nothing fancy. If you have butcher paper or grocery sacks, you can just open it up big and wide, give yourself some space and just draw out. I actually started with the finish and then circled around and got to where I wanted it to be. And then I had fun decorating it. I made it all about what we're learning about this month. And so then you can grab some little figures, action figures. I was gonna do a Lego guy, and then I was like, well, we're talking about insects and ants and all kinds of fun stuff. So let's just use these for our placeholders. So you guys can pick which one you wanna be. But on these empty spaces, you guys have a job. I want you to think of something that you can do to be helpful for somebody else. So maybe it's, I can tell my mom I love her. That's helpful. That builds mama's heart up. You can do the dishes. You can just make a list. And then what's fun is when you land on that, you can make a list and you have to do it this week. Isn't that great?
That is great.
More chores. Woo! Oh wait, you're not so happy about this. Remember, we learned work hard. So let's start thinking. Kyle, what's something that you could do to show that you could work hard?
Well, I could go get the mail.
Go get the mail. You want to write that on one of the squares? Alex, how about for you?
I can mow the lawn.
You could mow the lawn. Go ahead. Write that down there. I'm going to put on here, make dinner. Because you know what? I can make dinner. I can get out pots and pans and I can do all the work. But Kyle, do you have something in your tool belt that you could make for dinner?
Yeah.
Something other than pickles? Macaroni and cheese,
Toast.
ramen, toast. Can you make toast?
I can make Pop-Tarts.
There you go. Memley family might be having Pop-Tarts for dinner this week. All right, I'm writing it on here. Make dinner. I don't know. Should I write it upside down? It's okay. We could be crazy like this. Okay, make dinner. What else is something we could do for somebody?
We could walk the dogs.
Walk the dogs.
Or in your case, one dog.
One dog, enough for 10 dogs, but yes, walk the dog. Kyle, can you think of something else?
Go on a walk.
Go on a walk, write that down. That is so good and energizing. I'm gonna put on here, call a friend. Because sometimes a friend just needs to hear from you. So
Good
I'm going to
call.
write it on here. Call a friend. And so you can just keep going, fill in your whole entire game board. And then all you need is a die. Is it a die when it's singular?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, a die. And you need markers. And so Kyle, you can roll the die and see. Now, obviously, we didn't fill it in the whole rest of the way. So if you get a blank one, you just get to make up a bonus one. Okay? Awesome. Roll the die and see where you go. We're not going to play the whole game because that would take us a while.
Are you this guy?
This guy.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Move on,
he's
3.
still Ant-Man.
3.
Okay, so you got a blank one. What are you going to do?
Maybe the dishes?
Yeah, dishes.
Doing
Good
the
call.
dishes. All right, super. Alex, it's your turn. You get to roll.
1.
Look at that.
I get to go get the mail.
You're going to get the mail this week. All right. Oops. Look, Miss Stacy has to be green.
You're green.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm the green spider.
5.
5. Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, phew. At least I didn't lose a turn. I'm going to bake cookies and take them to somebody. And on that note, we're going to keep playing. You guys have fun at home. Make your board game. Parents, this is such a fun thing to do, and I'll just love to hear about how your family enjoys this. So another fun thing I want to remind you about on here, it's memorize your memory verse. Luke 16:10. Kyle, you've already got it memorized, so you're ready for our Friday game night, January 29th, 5:30 to 8:30. I can't wait. You're going to have such a blast. But Luke 16:10 tells us that anyone who can be trusted with how much?
Very little.
Can also be trusted with.
Much.
We've got it. Luke 16:10. Hey, have a great week, everyone. And don't forget to memorize that verse. Take care.